Hi, everybody. It's Dariela. I'm really excited to share a little about how last night went at our action in Hunts Point. For a week, we've been watching on IG and watching on the news, not just the video being replayed over and over of the murder of George Floyd, but also we've been watching our country and our world's reaction to another police killing. We've gotten a lot of messages from young people, especially who wanted to actively show their disgust in what's happening and make their demands clear about what they want to see in their future and share their experiences because they do have very unique experiences. Our young people go into schools every day, and many of those schools in the hood have not only metal detectors, but have school safety officers who are police officers and have a contract with the NYPD through the Department of Education. There's officers with surveillance equipment in front of their schools. And their very unique experience with the NYPD is showing up in the way that they're trying to participate in protests. So yesterday, we hosted a community speak out and a march. The speak out portion of it was a little over an hour, and young people not only shared their raps, their messages, but they really opened up and allowed themselves to be vulnerable. They shared their stories, they shared their messages to each other. They shared messages that we've been hearing for so long and that we know, but hearing them in the voices of young people so passionately and so with so much surety, it was such a beautiful thing to see in such a frustrating time, in a time when we're surrounded by negative images of our own people. It's important that we create space for young people to be able to use their voices. They have ideas, they have solutions. We need to be able to support them in the spaces that they create for themselves. And we need to show up for our young people in a way that passes down the baton as it has been passed down to us. Yesterday, I got so many messages about people saying that 14-year-old that spoke was incredible. That young man who exposed his gang affiliation and said, if we're willing, we're willing. If you're willing, we're willing to come together. And those are beautiful messages that we need to amplify and we need to share. And yesterday was an example of how we can do that. I think that it also reminded us that there's so many different ways to protest. There's ways to protest that are loud and in your face, but there's ways to protest that include just taking space, having moments to reflect, and having moments to learn how we can together move forward in this movement. It's called a movement for a reason, and we got to keep moving. And the people who are going to keep it moving are these young people who so bravely show up. Young people were the first ones to show up. I was present at 3:45 and there was already young people there before me with their signs, being harassed by police, being questioned by police, being intimidated. Well, they weren't intimidated. The police tried to intimidate them, and we saw them stand their ground and complete the entire march. We ended in a park that has a history of community organizing, and we honored that history last night. And I think it was a beautiful way to continue to spread the message that we will not tolerate police brutality and that we have demands and that young people have their own solutions and need their own space. And I was proud to be a part of that. Thank you all.